Well, I'll tell you what I'm investing in today, okay, because it goes to what I was taught was the 5Gs. So, in this book here, Prophecy, why the was crashing, it's coming. Markets crash in three phases. They go 1, bounce, 2, bounce, 3. So right now went boom, boom. It's going to crash again and go up and down. Now that's bad for my generation of boomers because they're the first generation into a 401k. That happened in 1974. These are the facts. Just check out the facts. So 1974, my generation got set up with a 401k. So they're going to get wiped out. So if your parents are my generation, you might have new roommates.
Yeah.
They're going to lose their houses. They're going to lose everything. The other thing that's going to happen to them is that their biggest expense comes in the last 10 years of your life, called medical expense. So with that, knowing all that, again, seeing the facts and figures and demographics, I own retirement homes because they have to go there.
Yeah.
And the average low income person's they're going to be charged $100,000 a year to live in a retirement home. So I own those things. I also own food. So I invest in Wagyu bulls. Now, why Wagyu? Because it's a brand, Japanese bulls. So when I was like 15, my friends and I would go to the dairy in Hilo, Hawaii, and we're watching the bull. And so the bull sat there and they brought the cows in, and the bull just had sex all day long. I said, so we're 15 years old. I said, I want to be a breeding bull. Because you don't know as a kid, right? That looks like fun. So this guy's breeding away. So I bought a Wagyu bull. And what we do is we sell the semen. So it's packaged. So that semen can impregnate one ejaculation, can impregnate 100 cows. And I get a percentage of every calf.
That's incredible.
So that's food. And why Wagyu? Because it's a brand.
Yeah.
The rich will always have money. So I live in places where the brands are. I live in a place called Braze Island, South Carolina, because that's where the rich hang out. There's a book called Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged that when the crash came, the capitalists went into hiding. And when I found Braze Island, South Carolina, I said, this is where they're hiding. So my next door neighbors and all, they're all hardcore capitalists, rich people. And unfortunately, as you guys know, with the rioting and all that, the poor are getting slaughtered in the cities. Mm-hmm. It's really, really frightening today. So that's another thing. So I own gold mines. I own gold. I own tons of gold. I own silver. I own Bitcoin, but I didn't buy Bitcoin. Today it's about 20,000, just broke below 20, but I bought it at 6,000. So the lesson is financial education. Your profit's made when you buy, not when you sell. So what happened to most people as it went up, they were buying at the top. The same as real estate here in Miami. They were buying at the top. I just wait for the crash. And so when the next crash comes, and I have tons of cash. I can come, I'm ready to go for the next crash. That's why I wrote this book here. It was a warning that you can prepare for it. But if you don't have the vocabulary or the words or the language of money in your head, you're saying, well, I should save money. Or maybe I should get out of debt. Maybe I should sell my house and pay the capital gains. Do you know? Mm-hmm. Maybe I should put more money in the stock market. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. I don't touch any of them. I'd rather have Japanese breeding bulls. Well, because I took stock trading classes. I don't invest in stocks, but it's called options trading. So I took 3 years of options trading. I didn't like it, but I had to learn how markets go up and down. All markets go up and down. Rich Dad Poor Dad's about market fundamentals, and then there's momentum. So all markets go up. The bull goes up the stairs.
Yep.
The bear comes out the window. We're in a bear right now. This baby's coming down hard. So once I understood how, it's like I was a surfer as a kid in Hawaii. All waves come in sets. So you sit there, nothing happening. All of a sudden, a set of 3 will come through, and then it's over. So you're waiting for the wet set, and you surf and get out. So the same thing when I'm in any market, whether it's gold or stocks or real estate, I can feel the momentum of the market. And that's what stock trading does. I don't trade stocks because it's capital gains. I don't pay taxes legally. So because of that, but you still have to know the momentum of markets. So I was watching here in Miami, because you're the hot place right now, same as Phoenix. But Phoenix real estate is crashing, right? It's crashing. Why? Because everybody came in. The same as Miami, it's starting to crash now because too many people came in. So all the losers come in late. That's why I said your timing to get to Miami was good timing.
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's kind of an instinct.
Mm-hmm.
So not that I plan on moving to Miami, but I'm just watching it right now because I have friends who made a fortune here because they were here when it was early. Well, history was, again, what's the facts, right? The last depression started in 1929. You know when it ended? 25 years later.
Oh, wow.
1954. What are the facts? Not an opinion. What are the facts? The Dow hit 381 in 1929. It hit 381 in 1954. It took a world war to pull us out. And that's what I'm concerned about being a Marine, helicopter pilot. The odds of us going to war are increasing. It's not good. It's not good because I've been to war. It's not a John Wayne movie. It's not a Tom Cruise Top Gun movie.
Yeah.
You see people, like I said, when I put the bodies in the back of my helicopter and flew them into the MASH unit, then the nursing unit, and the nurses pulled them out. That's war. You can smell it. Guts, shit, piss everywhere. Brains, arms. That's war. It's not this Tom Cruise stuff. Not John Wayne. It's not good. And that's what I'm concerned about. Well, I think it was written in Karl Marx's book in 1848 called The Communist Manifesto. That's how I wrote the Capitalist Manifesto. I should have brought a copy. All it is quotes throughout history. Every communist was saying that this was coming.
Yeah.
Marx in 1848 said, again, it would come in two stages. Stage one was 1930, was socialism. 1936 was Social Security started.
Yeah.
Oh, was that an accident? Oh, really? Of course, it was pushed by the communist school teachers. I'm not saying they're bad people. They think differently, which they're a right to do so. And then he said the next thing would happen in 2020. And Stalin said, it's not who votes that counts, it's who counts the votes. We were warned of all this. So I wrote the Capitalist Manifesto to counter it. I wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad because my positioning statement in Capitalist Manifesto says, how do you counter communism taught in our schools by teaching capitalism in our home? Well, it's coming anyway because it's already here.
Yes.
It's already in China. And it goes to social credit scores. So CBDC, central bank digital currency, is surveillance. The same as Amazon's Siri and all that. I don't use any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody surveilling me. I am a private citizen. So central bank digital currency is they can track you. If you buy a Trump book, suddenly your taxes go up or something. And you buy a Biden book, you get bonus points. They're going to track you via your money. So the way I counter that, which I cover in Rich Dad's Prophecy, is basically I stay off you can stay off the grid. I stay off the money system. So if it was just signed, Executive Order 14067, EO, Executive Order, was just signed by Biden in March this year for central bank digital currency. Yes. So it's here. That's Jim Rickards talks about that all the time. And he's a good man. I like him. He's a friend of mine. But so the way I'm going to get around central bank digital currency is that's why I have Bitcoin.
Yes.
And secondly, unless they nationalize that too, but I have gold and silver. Okay, as long as I have gold and silver, I can come to you and say, look, let's say somebody cleans my house. I say, I'll pay you in silver coins. They can't track it.
Yeah.
And the same as I want to buy a car, I can buy gold coins. I want to buy a house, I can use gold coins. See, as J.P. Morgan said years ago, gold is money, everything else is credit. And the banking system is built on credit, as you know, because money doesn't exist unless you borrow it. So that's why I'm already preparing for CBDC by having tons of gold and tons of silver. I do mean tons. That's why I own a gold mine in Provo, Utah. I had a gold mine in China, but they took it. That's why I don't like Chinese food.
Who took it?
Chinese government.
They just took it.
Of course. They're going to do the same thing here.
Small ebook, big impact, the wealth tree. The only 4 ways that will make you financially free forever. Download it here for free.